The Negro Women's Civic Club was organized in 1950. There was a lady that came back home to Greeneville, which this was her home, but she'd been away a long time. But her parents still lived here, and she would come back periodically, to see them. But this particular time in 1950, when she came home, she was going to stay a while. And after she was here, she found out that uh, the women or the general population of Negro people in Greeneville were not doing anything. We had the church, all the churches, whatever the churches did. Well, you went to the socials, you went to the programs and all that, but it wasn't much of anything else. And she thought that, she said, there's enough smart women here in Greeneville that you all need to have an organization to do something that would be better for Greeneville. Do something in the community and whatnot. So there were a group of her friends, people that she had known and grew up with in Greeneville, that were alive at that time, and they were interested. And one of them was my mother and several other women. I think it's 5 or 6 people, women involved in getting the Negro Women's Civic Club started. It was founded by these women. And do you want the names
Yes,
of those that I remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hannah Crum, Lucille Martin, Evelyn Perkins, and I think Carish Robinson was in that, and maybe Georgia Bell Campbell. I'm not sure of all of those women that I'm telling you, but they were members of this organization after it, was formed. Anyway, this woman, her name we called her the founder.
Yes.
She was, her name was Lena B. Lee, and the B stands for Brookins. That was her family name, Lena Brookins Lee. And but of course, I don't know how old Miss Lee was at that time, but I remember I counted back, and I was about 24 years old myself. Well, in that first few months of 1950, they were getting organized and setting up the organization, and with rules and regulations and bylaws and and all of that. Well, I didn't join right then, but I did join in 1951 and became a part of it. And I was 24 years old. They were trying to, get as many people as possible. And I don't remember what the largest enrollment was, but it was somewhere like 40 or 50 women at one time. Now, the only thing, it was organized as a civic club, not as a social club. Yes. It was all right to have social events, but that wasn't the primary purpose. The purpose was to empower the women and men in Greeneville to do something in the community and to be a part of the community. There were not any black people that were doing much of anything. Those that did go on to school finally left here because there were no jobs for them here. They couldn't get a job, even as a teacher, because, of course, we had teachers here, but they were always filled, with the ones that were there for a long time. And the people that did get an education moved away because there was no job opening for them. You couldn't even get a secretary's job. And because people, the white community would not hire you. That was the essence of it. And but anyway, the Civic Club did thrive for many years.